Have you ever just stared at a blank page trying to think of the perfect name for your racing team? You know that feeling, right? You need something that's cool, memorable, and just perfectly captures who you are as a crew. Well, you've come to the right place. We are about to dive into the ultimate guide for creating your team's legendary name. You know, this quote just absolutely nails it. Racing is so much more than who crosses the finish line first. It's about that adrenaline rush, the high fives with your teammates, that shared passion. It's not just a hobby, it's really an identity. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you possibly bottle up all of that energy, that excitement, that friendship, and stick it on the side of a car as a team name? Because that's exactly what it is. It's your whole identity. It's your first impression out there on the track. It's your banner, it's your battle cry. It tells everyone who you are before the green flag even drops. So before we even start throwing words around, we've got to lock in the single most important thing, your team's vibe, its personality. So let's break down what that actually means. Just ask your team this one simple question. Are you out there to smash records and stand on that podium? Or are you there for the laughs, the good times, and maybe the after party? Because that answer, it changes everything. And you can see these two paths so clearly right here. On one side, you've got the competitor, hyper-focused, eyes on the prize, it's all about victory. But then you look at the other side, the casual crew, and it's a completely different scene. It's about fun, friends, good times. For them, the real win might just be that post-race hangout. Which one of these feels more like your crew? Okay, so once you know your vibe, you can pick a lane. Let's kick things off with two classic approaches. The team that wants to strike fear into the hearts of their rivals, and the team that just wants to make them laugh. First up, for the Intimidators, you've got a name like Speed Demons. I mean, it's a classic for a reason. It's aggressive, it's powerful, and it just paints this picture of something almost supernatural tearing up the track. It's a promise of pure, unfiltered speed. But what if your vibe is the complete opposite? Well, you might go for something like Speedy Tortoises. It's instantly funny, it's a little self-deprecating, and it lets everyone know you're here for a good time, not just a good lap time. It really leans into the fun of it all. Here's another great one for the serious competitors, Thunder Chargers. You could almost hear this name, can't you? It brings up that sound of a roaring engine and a crack of lightning. It's a name that just sounds powerful, unstoppable. And on the comedy side of things, how about Pit Stop Procrastinators? I love this one. It's so relatable and hilarious. It tells a whole story about having fun, hanging out with friends, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of beautiful chaos. Okay, let's look at two more vibes. Maybe your team isn't about pure intimidation or pure comedy. Maybe you're all about having some style and flair, or maybe you're all about imagination and a bit of fantasy. For the stylists, a name like Midnight Marauders is just perfect. It's so sleek, it's mysterious, it has this cool, edgy vibe that makes you sound like you own the night. And then you've got the Dreamers. A name like Dragon Drifters. I mean, it instantly takes you to another world. It's not just about racing anymore. It's about some epic, mythical adventure happening right there on the track. Sticking with the stylists, check out a name like Neon Knights. It creates such a cool picture in your head, doesn't it? You immediately think of glowing lights, sleek lines, and this mix of classic chivalry with some futuristic tech. So cool. And for the Dreamers, something totally out there like Quantum Quicksilvers. It sounds otherworldly, it sounds scientific, and it sounds imaginative all at the same time. It suggests a speed that doesn't even play by the normal rules of physics. So, we've seen a bunch of examples, that's all great, but how do you actually build one for yourself? Well, it's time to open up the toolkit and go through the process for crafting your team's own legendary name. All right, here's a simple 5-step toolkit you can use. Step 1, reflect your identity. We've been talking about this a lot. Figure out your vibe first. Step 2, sprinkle in some racing lingo. Words like turbo, nitro, apex, they instantly give you that motorsport feel. Third, try alliteration. There's a reason names like Rapid Racers just roll off the tongue. They're catchy. Fourth, know your audience. A name that works for a casual go-kart league might not land the same way on a professional circuit. And finally, number 5, and this one is so important. Get your whole team involved. Brainstorm together. The best names always come when everyone has a say. So, once you've gone through that toolkit and you finally landed on a name, you've got to remember this. You're not just checking off a box. You are taking the very first step in building your team's legend. Getting the name right? That's your first victory right there. Because a great name does way more than just sound cool. It's the banner that unites your entire crew. It gives you a shared identity, it sets the whole tone for your performance, your attitude, and your experience, long before you even get to the starting line. So think of it this way. Your name is your story, your flag, and your battle cry, all rolled into one. The only question left is, what's yours going to be?